summer of 2009, the federal government launched Cash for Clunkers. Turn in your old car, get up to $4,500 toward a new fuel-efficient one, help the environment, boost the economy. Everyone wins. Real mechanics knew better. What Cash for Clunkers actually did was execute a calculated, government-mandated destruction of the most reliable analog vehicles ever built in America. Nearly 700,000 running cars and trucks were deliberately killed, not parted out, not donated, destroyed on purpose, by law, before they were crushed. And the used car market that working Americans had depended on for generations was never the same again. This is the forensic audit of how they did it, what they killed, what replaced it, and what you need to know before the next phase of this trap locks into place in 2026. Number 1. The liquid glass execution. To qualify for the rebate, dealerships were legally required to destroy the engine of every trade-in before it left the lot. They could not resell it. They could not part it out. They had to kill it. The method was sodium silicate solution, liquid glass. Mechanics drained the engine oil from each qualifying vehicle and replaced it with sodium silicate. Then they started the engine and let it run. The sodium silicate heated and crystallized inside the block. Metal surfaces that were supposed to glide began grinding. Within minutes, the pistons seized. The crankshaft stopped. The engine welded itself into a useless mass of metal that would never turn again. Footage from dealerships that summer shows mechanics standing over hoods, watching engines smoke and knock and die. Some of them looked like they were attending a funeral. In a sense, they were. Number 2. Eradicating the forever engines. The trade-ins that rolled into dealerships that summer were not junk. They included some of the most indestructible engines American manufacturing ever produced. The Jeep 4.0-liter inline six-cylinder, a cast-iron block with a simple design, engineered so far beyond its tolerances that Cherokee owners routinely drove past 300,000 miles and kept going. Parts were everywhere. A teenager with basic mechanical knowledge could rebuild one on a weekend. The GM 3800 V6, installed in Buicks and Pontiacs through the 1990s and into the 2000s. Consumer Reports called it one of the most reliable engines ever produced. Owners talked about these engines the way old ranchers talked about a good working horse. They just did not quit. Both of them shared one thing the auto industry in 2009 desperately needed to eliminate. They were repairable by ordinary people. No proprietary software, no dealer visit required. Parts at any auto parts store. You cannot sell a working-class family a new $40,000 SUV on a 7-year loan if their 1998 Jeep Cherokee refuses to die. The forever engines had to go, so they went. Number 3. The computer on wheels trap. Once the analog cars were crushed, the replacement vehicles waiting at those same dealerships were built on a completely different philosophy. Starting around 2010, the industry began replacing mechanical controls with software interfaces. The tactile knobs and dials that let you adjust your climate control and radio without looking away from the road began disappearing. In their place came touchscreen displays running proprietary software. A 2002 Silverado with a broken blower motor is a $30 part and an afternoon. A 2019 Ram 1500 with a failed Uconnect screen is a dealer visit, a proprietary replacement unit, and a bill that can reach $2,000. The repair cannot be sourced elsewhere. AutoZone cannot help you. Your neighbor with a lift in his garage cannot help you. This is not a coincidence. When a vehicle becomes a software platform, every repair becomes a revenue event. The backyard mechanic was engineered out of existence, and the people who paid the price were the working Americans who bought the cars. Number 4. The telematic spy grid. Since approximately 2012, nearly every new vehicle sold in the United States has shipped with a cellular modem installed at the factory. You may not have been told. You almost certainly were not asked. Systems under names like OnStar and other connected services are collecting data continuously. Hard braking, rapid acceleration, GPS coordinates, time of day, trip duration. Through data brokers including LexisNexis Risk Solutions, this behavioral data is packaged and sold to insurance companies. Your insurer may be using data about how you drove last Tuesday to raise your rate next month, without telling you where that data came from. A 2002 Toyota Camry does not have a cellular modem. It does not report your driving to a server farm. The person driving a 25-year-old truck is not generating a behavioral profile for an insurance algorithm. That is the difference between a tool you own and a device that monitors you. Number 5. The 2026 kill switch mandate. This is the part that sent the comment section into a full panic. The panic is justified. Buried inside a federal infrastructure bill is a mandate requiring what legislators called advanced impaired driving technology in all new passenger vehicles. The mechanism is a computer system using interior cameras and sensors that holds the authority to decide whether you are fit to drive. If the system decides you should not be driving, it can disable your vehicle, not alert you, disable the vehicle. The rollout timeline points toward vehicles produced around 2026 meeting this requirement. Once it is standard, every new car sold in America will have a federal kill switch managed by an algorithm you cannot audit and cannot override. What happens when the camera fogs up in a Minnesota winter and the system reads it as an impaired driver at 70 miles per hour? There is no appeals process. There is no human in the loop. You will not own a car. You will own a permission slip to travel, revocable at any moment by an algorithm. Number 6. The Ghost Fleet Rebellion. This is why, right now, there is a growing movement of Americans hunting down old trucks and old SUVs built before the touchscreen era, before the telematics grid, before the kill switch mandate, and paying premium prices for them. A 1999 Ford F-250 with a 7.3-liter diesel under the hood. No cellular modem, no proprietary software, no algorithm with authority over the ignition. Parts available everywhere. Repairable by anyone who has ever held a wrench. A machine that belongs entirely to the person who owns it. These are the Ghost Fleet, the survivors that did not roll into a dealership in the summer of 2009. The engines that escaped the sodium silicate. Paying a premium for a 25-year-old truck is not nostalgia. It is the most rational vehicle purchase an American can make in 2025 if they understand that every new car sold today comes with surveillance hardware, software systems designed to generate dealer revenue, and a federal mandate for an engine disable switch. The window to find one is closing fast. Did your car survive the 2009 Crusher? What analog machine is sitting in your driveway right now? Drop it in the comments. Hit